Hey guys, so in this video I want to talk about having faith without lying. So it's very difficult to have faith without lying, and walking this line is incredibly difficult to walk, I believe, because very often people believe things that they're told without sufficient evidence, and for a person to be really righteous, they have to be firmly rooted in the truth, meaning they have to be able to call out a lie, they have to be able to call a spade, and they have to be willing to not budge on it until they get sufficient evidence to believe that thing. Now, there is such a thing as faith, and with faith, I guess God kind of encourages people to believe what's good and then ends up fulfilling it. Many times this does not get fulfilled. In the Bible it says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So in that case, you wouldn't be lying because you saw like pure proof of the thing you're having faith for. And maybe like there are other things where you see the signs of something to be true and you end up having faith in it and you end up being right. But to be able to have faith and not lie at the same time requires like incredible meticulousness and a huge desire to tell the truth, because many people are willing to lie for personal gain in all sorts of ways, and this includes religious preachers, this includes normal preachers and other people who think they love God so much, but these people 90% of the time aren't truthful, because they say they love God, and then when they're tested to see, how do you feel about your neighbor, they end up reviling their neighbor or mistreating them. And the same can be said about eating meat and animals, and the same can be said about how you treat insects and plants and objects. So oftentimes many of these people who say they love God don't love God at all and are inconsiderate about the truth and unwilling to budge on their lies, which is idolatry. So being able to distinguish between the truth and faith is very important and very tricky. And I think, people need to be able to form, very, very clear ideas about the truth without any misguidance, even if that involves discarding some of the religious information. Because holding religious information too high in too high regard turns into idolatry, basically, which even the Christians and the Muslims